Endzone View, we coming through. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Endzone View, we coming through. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Endzone View, we coming through. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Endzone View, we coming through.
Alright, man, it's been a while, but we back now. So let's go and get it started, man. Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Alabama.
All right.
Okay,
Roll
like
Tide.
I said, man, it's been a while. So now that we back, what has the off season looked like for, the Roll Tide peoples?
The off season look pretty good, man. Them boys seem pretty locked in. Everybody done bought into the system. We had no transfers, so that's always a good sign. We had some transfers to come in. We didn't have anybody leave the program, so that's a good sign to me. That's telling me everybody bought in, and them boys locked in. Everything I've been hearing as far as practicing and stuff like that, everything going according to plan. So far, the only negative thing I got to say would be the injury to our starting running back, Jam Miller. That's about the only negative thing I've seen or heard about so far. Other than that, they say we're looking good, both sides of the ball, depth. They say our defense should be one of the best, if not the best, in the SEC at minimum.
They said it every year.
Yeah, this year different. We got a lot of experience returning. A lot of guys with a lot of depth behind them that, from what I've heard and so far from what I've seen in the practices, not much of a drop off. So,
Okay.
yeah, I think we're looking pretty good on defense. As far as the offense goes, we're pretty much gonna look like a completely different team on offense. We got a new starting quarterback. We got a couple new receivers, some emerging running backs. It's gonna be interesting. We got a new offensive coordinator. He was with our head coach when he was back at Washington. So to just think about what they was able to do at Washington with those players, to bring that to Alabama with the caliber players they got now, I can only imagine how that's gonna go. Could be something similar to the 2020 Alabama offense with Mac Jones and Najee and Devontae Smith and those kind of guys.
So is Ty Simpson going to be Mac Jones or he going to be Michael Penix?
I mean, both of them could throw it around the yard, you know what I'm saying? So either way,
I'm just saying, do you believe he's going to be that good?
In my opinion, I feel like he'll be another Mac Jones with better escape ability. He's more mobile, so maybe more like a Mac Jones and Jake Coker type, but more mobile.
Jake Coker.
Yeah, 2015 national champion. Yeah, that one.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah,
I'll be honest with you, brother. If Jake Coker was the quarterback I was fitting off, it ain't gonna look too good this year. But hey, I could be wrong.
Jake Coker is a national championship quarterback. What do you mean?
Trent Dilfer is a Super Bowl winning quarterback, but you ain't building your franchise around him now, are you?
I'm not saying we would build a franchise around Coker, but I'm just saying as far as distributing the ball, he was pretty good.
I mean,
same with Mac. Now I'm not saying he was like Mac Jones. Cause Mac Jones, Mac Jones was the truth at Alabama.
It don't take a lot of talent to take a snap and make a handoff, brother. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, we still had to feed the receivers, and we ain't just get to the championship game just turning around and handing Derrick Henry the ball or Damian Harris.
Yes, you did.
Nah.
Yes, you did.
Nah. That man
ran for 2,000 yards, bro. Yes, you did.
I mean, he got fed on. Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying he didn't get fed. He got fed.
As far as the Dogs all season, I can't say we didn't have any transfer, especially none that didn't matter, because Damian Harris transferring, not Damian Harris, I'm tripping. Gabe Harris is who we gonna count on this year to step up, because Damian Wilson transferred out and transferred to Missouri. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that one hurt. You know what I mean? We expected Damian Wilson to step up and be a starter this year. He was already heavily in the rotation on the pass rushing down last year. So with him being gone, now you have Gabe Harris and basically a lot of young guys that haven't played a lot. So their edge position, the defensive end and edge position, is pretty much all young guys. It's Gabe Harris, who is a junior now, and Kirby Smart says he's up to 270 pounds, which is ridiculous to think about, because he came out of high school at like 225, 230, you know. But it's just him and a bunch of young guys. Now, they a lot of young, talented guys, but they're young. So with youth comes inexperience. So we'll see how that goes. You know, replacing somebody like Jalen Walker on them pass rushing situations is not going to be easy. A lot of talent, not a lot of experience. So, like I said, we'll see how that goes. As far as the offense goes, I expect the offense to look a lot more like it did with Stetson Bennett, because Gunner starting he's more that type of quarterback. You know, he's shorter. He's bigger than Stetson Bennett though, but he's shorter, more mobile.
So do you think y'all gonna have the receivers that can actually catch the ball? Because if I'm not mistaken, last year Georgia led the nation in drop passes.
So
if y'all don't correct that, y'all gonna have that same issue again this year.
So the thing about that is, two of those four receivers that you're talking about are no longer with the program. All three of them actually on NFL teams right now, which is its own thing. You know what I mean? But the receiver that came back is Dylan Bell. I do expect him to be better.
That was your fastest one, right?
Dylan Bell? Arian Smith.
The Smith dude.
Yeah, he with the Jets now. He was the leading receiver. He also led the team in drops. You know, that's just kind of what it is with him. When he catch it, it's a big play. When he don't. You know, but we went in the portal and you brought in Noah Thomas from A&M, you know, big body, 6'6", 230. And also Zachariah Branch from USC, who is the exact opposite. You know, he's like 5'9", 5'10", maybe, slot guy, super quick, super fast. So I look for the offense to be a little more dynamic this year, you know, with the added element of a mobile quarterback. Not saying, you know, he ain't Lamar Jackson, nobody, but he is a very willing runner. You know, with Carson Beck he's comfortable standing in the pocket and he can move a little bit. No, Gunner gonna tuck it and go, and he hard-headed.
That's almost to a fault though, because he took it and ran it against Texas, and it ain't. Yeah, that boy went to sleep. Not went well for him.
It didn't go well. He went to sleep. We could be honest about it. He was asleep before he touched the ground.
If that's how he gonna be, that's one of those type of quarterbacks. You got to save him from himself. If he willing to run and put his body at risk like that, you're gonna have to save him from himself.
But now, see,
Miro started out that way, but after he got hit a few times, he went on ahead and he'll going to get out of bounds, or he'll go and slide or whatever to prevent that. But when he first started out, he was the same way.
And see, me personally, I'll much rather have to tell you to calm down than have to try to make you aggressive. You know what I mean? Again, that's why I like the comparisons with him and Stetson Bennett. Is like it's the mentality thing, and the smaller, big arm want to, you know what I'm saying? They want to be out moving around, hitting somebody like they real football players playing quarterback. You know what I mean? I've seen people even compare Gunner starting to Tim Tebow. I think that's a terrible comparison. Not that he's not, Tebow-like as far as, the 6'1", 6'2", run more like a fullback, not really quick, can throw the ball deep very well. Not real good at the intermediate, the layer throws like Carson Beck is.
Mm-hmm.
But just, bro, you got to know when to do it, though. You know what I mean? And that comes with playing. That comes with experience.
So let me ask you this then.
What's happening?
Are you confident in Gunnar Stockton?
Absolutely.
Because we all starting new quarterbacks, but some with a little more experience than the others.
Mm-hmm.
Do you trust him to lead the team, to lead the offense?
I do. My only real question about Gunnar Stockton is, will you be smart when you need to be smart? Meaning, if it's a potential for a big play, but it's a risky throw, will you take it every time, or will you be smart about when to take them chances? You know what I mean? Because like I said, we brought in Noah Thomas. You got Kobe Young back. That's another 6'4" receiver. You got CJ Wiley coming in as a freshman. That's another 6'4" receiver. You know what I mean? London Humphreys is 6'3" on the other side. Like, we got a lot of these taller receivers and looking more like the 07 Georgia receiving core, with AJ Green, Chris Durham, and those guys. And Mike Bobo was famous for letting Matthew Stafford just sit back there and throw the ball deep. And I feel like he gonna give Gunnar a lot more of them shots than he was doing with Carson Beck. Not saying he didn't give Beck those shots, but Beck was more cautious. You know what I mean? Where he'll look at it and I don't want to throw this pick. I'm gonna take the check down. I'm gonna come back to that. Where I feel like Gunnar's gonna be more the Stetson Bennett, Matthew Stafford, that gunslinger mentality. Oh, you caught a deep shot, I'm throwing it. And it's like, you have to be careful with that.
I mean, you do.
You know what I mean?
But
sometimes you want to give your receiver a chance. Other times it's like, okay, I see he one-on-one right there, but the safety can get there. Let me not throw it this time. You know what I mean? So that's my only real concern.
Basically, in short, you want to see if he's going to make smart decisions to take care of the ball.
Right. But at the same time, you don't always have to be careful. I don't mind you taking that shot. It's 1st and 10, first quarter. You throw a pick right here, 50 yards down the field. So what?
Yeah.
You took the chance. Like, if you take that chance, even if it go bad, now the defense got to be aware of the fact that you done took it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So now that the safety can't come up on the run as quick, gotta play it slow, that type thing. You know what I mean? But that's just, like I said, that come with experience though. Now, it's been a few games I already played, week 0. I caught a little bit of the Iowa State, Kansas State game. It was cool. I didn't expect Kansas State to make a push like they did in the fourth quarter. Cause like I said, I didn't watch the whole game. I just caught a little bit of it. And Iowa State was winning. I thought it was going to run away with it. But Kansas State made it tight. Iowa State ended up pulling it out. This week, however, the good games I ain't gonna say the good games because that's kind of being disrespectful, but the games that I want to focus on start on Friday. You got the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets on the road in Boulder, Colorado, going to face prime time and the Buffaloes.
No Shadur, no Hunter,
no Shallow.
No Shallow. Shallow was getting cooked out there. He ain't no fat anymore. I seen while I was watching one game, they were making a fool of him out there.
Shallow is not a cover safety. He's a old school run the alley. You come across the middle, he trying to take your head off. But if he got a cover, that's just not what he do.
Nah, what I'm talking about, one play specifically, he caught himself trying to run the alley and got his ankles took.
I can see that. See that. He
made him look like a fool out there. I'm talking about shook the Nike off that boy's socks.
Hey man, get off my boy, man. He my favorite out of all of them.
I don't see how he got shook one play, and then a couple plays later he called himself trying to do the same thing and got ran slap over. So
you know why? Cause he'll get shook, come right back, and still try to kill something, get ran over, and come right back, still come 100. The boy, listen, bro.
I mean, if he don't quit, he don't quit. That's good. You want that kind of fight in your dog.
I'm talking about that boy ain't got no quitting in him at all. He ain't got no quit. He He ain't gonna be on the sideline crying and complaining. He ain't doing none of that.
Well, your boy's a free agent right now.
Hey man, listen, it happens. I didn't say he was the most talented. I said he got heart though. He got heart.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be a blowout.
You think it's gonna be a blowout?
Yeah. Georgia Tech finna put
I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting you to say that.
I don't even see them boys keeping it close for real.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like I looked at a couple games from Colorado last year. Like I looked at the Nebraska game, and I'm just like, bro, y'all can't block nobody.
They little up
y'all
front.
Can't tackle nobody.
They small up front. Or maybe they addressed that in the transfer portal.
I'm gonna say
got some players in, but last year the games that I did watch, they was undersized, man. Them boys. I mean, they was trying, you know what I'm saying, but I don't know. Georgia Tech, them boys, them some big boys. Them boys, hey.
So this year
they hang around with Miami and Georgia, and you know what I'm saying, like pushing them boys to the brink. I can only imagine what they're gonna do to Colorado.
So this year though, Colorado got 5 transfers on the offensive line. I don't know what it's gonna look like, but that's what they brung in.
Maybe that boat well for them.
Maybe the defensive line, they got a few 320, 340s. 2 of them actually from Alabama, matter of fact. But I seen Warren Sapp make a statement, that you can't play for him if you over 305. Now I wonder if he meant that for everybody or just one person in particular. Because in my mind, you say can't nobody play D tackle for you over 305. Bro, we don't even need no receivers this week. We just finna line this thing up in the box. And everybody get pushed around. But like I said, I seen that they got, a few guys that's 320, 340, so we're gonna see how they go for them. But I'm more like you though. I believe Georgia Tech gonna go out there and they're gonna handle business. I'm interested to see who play quarterback for Colorado though. Is it gonna be, Mr. 5-star everything, Julian Lewis, or is it gonna be the other guy that transferred in that actually got starting experience? He transferred in from Liberty. Me personally, I think they're gonna go with the older guy and let Julian Lewis get some experience throughout the season, and then next year they're gonna turn it over to him. At least that's what I would do anyway.
Yeah, man, it makes sense.
Yeah, man, don't put the freshman out there, and you don't know if your line's solid either. Man, you gonna crush that boy spear off the rip. You gotta seeing ghosts like Shador was.
Yeah, he looking bad right now in the NFL. I ain't gonna say he looking bad because he did have a trash offensive line out there trying to block for him. And with 4 of those guys who was blocking for him got dismissed from the team. So, but I still haven't seen, besides his first game now, the first game where everybody got to look at him, he looked decent. But I don't know, I'm still straddling the fence on it.
I seen the same problem with his game, the first game that I done seen from the time he was at Jackson State. He like to hold on to the ball too long and move around in the pocket like he really athletic and you really not.
He definitely hold on to the ball too long and be trying to, I guess you think he's still at Colorado, trying to do all that running backwards and spinning out of tackles and stuff and going farther and farther back. But the NFL speed is a lot different than that college speed that he was used to.
Bruh, so it wasn't working down.
They killing him.
It wasn't, like I told you, I watched the Nebraska game. Man, I watched the man get sacked 5 times. 4 of them was his fault. One of them definitely on the line. But the other 4, it's like, man, they gave you 2-3 seconds. Let the ball go. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, bro, you have to know, again, it's just like I was saying about Gunnar Stockton, is you going to be smart with the ball. You got to know when to throw the ball away. You know what I mean? Throw the ball in the dirt, man. Live to play another day. That's decision-making stuff, though. You know what I mean? But moving on. Saturday, number 1 Texas at number 3 Ohio State. I believe that's a noon kickoff, which is ludicrous. But, Fox got the game, and marketing gonna do what marketing gonna do. So So the big noon kickoff in this league Corso last game with college game day. I think he's gonna pick Ohio State personally. I mean, that's where it started at. They were the first team he picked. I think that's what he's gonna do.
So this is last game we picking or the last season?
No, the last game period.
And you think he's gonna pick Ohio State?
That's what we started with. That was the first headgear selection he ever made. And if I remember right, Kurt Herbstreit's wife was the cheerleader coach or something like that at Ohio State at the time. That's how they was able to get plugged in to even get the hat, the headgear for the first show.
So Texas, Ohio State. Who you got?
I got Texas.
Okay, yeah. I'm with you on that. I feel like Texas probably. I only say that because they return more production because Ohio State lost a lot, like 15 players, I want to say.
I think both of them lost about the same. I think both of them got like 9 starters back altogether.
9 altogether. Yeah,
I think so.
I don't really know what I know Texas lost some, but I know Ohio State lost a lot. They lost both starting running backs.
Quarterback.
2 of their receivers.
The number 1 receiver.
The quarterback. Like, them boys, they lost a lot.
The tight end. The D-line.
I don't see how they can just pick up with it. Not saying that they can't now, but it ain't going to be easy. But I feel like Texas got more production back.
Only thing about that is, though, with Texas, you could say they lost they top 3 receivers or 3 of the top 4. You know, Ryan Wingo.
It ain't even the offense when it comes to Texas. It's more so their defense. I feel like their defense.
They lost a lot of them. They lost pretty much their whole defensive line, except for Colin Simmons, the edge rusher.
Mm-hmm.
They got Anthony Hill back at linebacker. They lost Makuba. They lost another one of the corners, but they got the other 3 back in the secondary. So, I mean, both teams lost a lot. You're replacing a lot. Both teams starting new quarterbacks. So, for me...
Yeah, Ohio State quarterback is actually a transfer from Alabama.
Yeah, Julian Saint.
Yeah.
But for me, though, is what made me side with Texas is Texas still got the same offensive coordinator, and I want to say the same defensive coordinator from last year. Ohio State replacing both of them. You know what I mean? Chip Kelly gone. Chip Kelly is what had the offense looking like it was looking last year.
Yeah.
Now you back with Ryan Day and Brian Hartline. And they can say Brian Hartline the offensive coordinator, and he might be. But we all know if Ryan Day don't like how that thing going, hey, don't worry about it, I got it. Hey, run, spot a 2 wide banana. You know what I'm saying? What up?
Yeah, that's mostly all of them. All of the head coaches, you know what I'm saying? Whether they offensive minded or defensive minded, if they don't like what's going on, they finna be making the calls.
Yeah, but you know he not gonna do that to Chip Kelly though.
Except for my boy Nick Saban.
Boy, stop. Nick Saban gonna do that from the jump.
Nick Saban want to step on his DC toes.
Man, Nick Saban was stepping on Lane Kiffin toes. He never coached offense. He batted Lane Kiffin out there scoring points. Boy, I ain't never seen that before in my life. You mad that your offensive coordinator is coordinating well? Oh, okay. All right, ego. But anyway, who you got? Texas or Ohio State?
I got Texas, man.
I got Texas too. Number 8, Alabama at Florida State in Doak Campbell.
It's going to be a good one. And I only say that because a lot of people, when you say Florida State, everybody automatically think about 2-10 Florida State from last year.
They did go 2-10 last year.
They did. And that's the team that y'all think that's going to be running out on the field, and it is not.
You right.
Florida State lost 31 players from that team.
Mm-hmm. And you expect them to be better?
No, listen. They lost 31 players from that team. They went into the transfer portal and picked up 23 players. That's a lot of players.
And you expect them to be better?
No, I'm not saying that. Yeah, I think they're gonna be better than they was last year. I mean, it's not hard to do. You only won 2 games last year.
I
You
don't
can win
think
3
they're gonna be
games.
better.
You win 3 games, you better than you was the year before. But
I don't think they're gonna be a better team. I think they're gonna be just as bad. Maybe they'll play together more.
So you think they go 2-10 again?
No, because they shouldn't have went 2-10 last year with the talent that they had. But at the same time, I watched them play Georgia in that Orange Bowl game, and I try to tell people, I'm like, y'all can say, oh, that ain't Florida State, but that's gonna be the team that's gonna be out there next year, and they're gonna look like this. And they came out there, and they look like that. So
I just feel like a lot of people sleeping on Florida State. Not saying that they just gonna come out there and look like Florida State from 2023 that went 13-0 or whatever, but I feel like they're gonna be better than the 2-10 that they was. Like I said, they lost 31 players, but they also picked up 23 players plus they 23 or 24 commits that they got from signing day. They got a new quarterback. What
do you think of the quarterback? Have you seen him play at all?
I looked at a couple highlights of him, but I didn't watch a lot of him. I'm not scared of him.
Oh, I would say just based off his highlights, you nervous?
Just based off of what I seen, I'm not scared of him. The only thing that I would say would make me the slightest bit of nervous would be the fact that he could take off with the ball. But dual threat quarterbacks like that, they give a lot of people trouble when you got, what I'm saying? That's been one of our kryptonites, is a quarterback who is mobile enough to take off with that rock and get him involved. But as far as him throwing the ball around, I don't see him as a threat because he ain't the best when it comes to throwing the ball. His best attribute is taking off with the rock. But again, I feel like we're gonna have one of, if not the best defenses in college football. So I feel like we can contain him. If we take the run away and force him to beat us with his arm, I don't think he can do it. I think that'll actually be the game plan, is to make him beat us with his arm. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good game. But of course, I feel like Alabama gonna win. The spread is 13.5.
That's it?
Yeah, it's on 13.5.
Hey, man, I like Bama by 20 or better.
Yeah, I think
you one dimensional. When you one dimensional, you easy to stop. Exactly. And I'm like you. I don't think he a threat passing the ball for real. I watched him play a little bit at Boston College.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't.
He'll get up out of that pocket now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the only thing, you know what I'm saying, will be containing him. But other than that, I don't. And
he's gonna be running that Auburn offense, that Nick Marshall offense.
Yeah,
they got Gus Malzahn
calling the plays. Yeah, he like to do all that motion. And
that's all he gonna do though,
and all that little trickery type stuff. But as long as our defense, you know what I'm saying, stay sound in our gaps and everybody doing what they supposed to do, I feel like we'll be fine. One thing about it, he ran a good offense when he had Nick Marshall running that offense, but at the same time, he's been beat running that offense too. So,
hey man, you start the run, you stop Gus Malzahn. It's really just that simple. Yes, moving on, Syracuse, number 24 Tennessee playing in the Dome. My bad, it ain't the Georgia Dome no more. It's the Big Body Benz.
Yeah, put some respect on the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, man.
Tell the Falcons put some respect on it first.
Falcons gonna be better this year too, but that's a conversation for another day.
Anyway,
I don't know, man. I know Tennessee ain't gonna be as good as they was the past couple years.
Were they really good last year?
It was decent. I ain't gonna say they was a great team.
To
me,
they
was decent.
To me, they were gonna live and die by Dylan Sampson. Their defense was decent. Their defense was actually good. I ain't gonna lie.
I like the Sampson.
I did too.
I like him.
But he ain't there no more.
He ain't there no more. Nico ain't there no more.
So now what you gonna do?
So that's what I'm saying. So and then this game right here is like this will be kind of like a Super Bowl for Syracuse if they could pull off the upset.
They got something to prove. Exactly. Fran Brown was an assistant at Georgia, so he's familiar with Tennessee.
It's something to prove and nothing to lose.
Nothing.
that make them dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, even being an Alabama fan, I hate playing against teams that just straight up ain't got nothing to lose. Cause them be the game. Them to me, those be the trap games. Like,
They do.
a lot of people be like, oh, Alabama better watch out for like another ranked team, LSU or
But see, they
Tennessee,
know that though.
you know what I'm saying? That's
They
a
know
trap
that.
game. No, that's not trap games to me. To me, the trap games is teams like Vanderbilt with nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And they will want nothing better than to
That's
play
the definition of a trap game, because
so
it's a team that
they
you
throwing
overlook.
everything at you. Yeah, they throwing everything at you. So those are the games that I hate being in. And I feel like that's what it's finna be with Tennessee playing against Syracuse. But in a way, it's the same thing with Florida State. Florida State, they really don't have nothing to lose, but they also got something to prove. They want to try to prove that, you know what I'm saying? They some way back. But I see Syracuse as a trap game.
Hold on. You can't say that about Florida State, because A, it's still Florida State. B, even if you gonna sleep on Florida State, their quarterback, them been talking crazy. It's over with, bro. if they was gonna overlook you, now they not.
Yeah. No, I don't think they gonna catch us sleepwalking. Just off the strength of their quarterback talking like he was talking, and when she tried to backtrack and say
it's too late
like that.
It's too late. You done said what you said, bro.
Yeah.
They printed it out and put it on the board so fast.
Tennessee, I think Tennessee, they better go in there with their helmets strapped, ready to play, cause that could be a track game for them. First game of the season can be a track game for them.
I'm taking Syracuse in the upset. I'm calling it.
You think Syracuse in the upset?
I'm taking Q's in the upset, bro. I think Tennessee should win. They got the better team. They got, talent for talent wise, player for player. I mean, I'm taking Syracuse in the upset.
Okay, now.
Tennessee gonna make me wrong to watch. Watch they make me wrong. I'm riding with Fran Brown, man. He's still a dog.
We'll see.
Speaking of track games, Georgia State at 21 Ole Miss.
I feel like that's gonna be a good game for the first quarter or two, but this Lane Kiffin, he have his guys pretty ready to play. I don't see Georgia State beating Ole Miss. I know they beat Vanderbilt last year, but this Ole Miss,
man, Ole Miss finna beat the brakes off Georgia State.
Yeah,
Lane Kiffin live for the game like that. He can run up the score on somebody.
Yeah. One thing he ain't scared to do is run up the score, because if you let him, he gonna score to the zeros on that clock.
He just another Steve Spurrier.
Yeah, it's no mercy with him.
Let's see, another big game Saturday. Number 9 LSU on the road at Death Valley, and number 4 Clemson.
Yeah, so we got the Valley against the Valley.
Tigers against the Tigers.
That's gonna be a good one.
I think that's gonna be the best game of the whole weekend.
You think so?
I think that's gonna end up being a better game than Texas Oklahoma.
You think
Texas Ohio State.
I don't know. I mean, it could be. I ain't saying it ain't. It could be.
And this is why though. Cause I feel like both teams coming in, they feel like they being overlooked. Both teams feel a little disrespected. Both teams feel like they got a lot to prove, and they both got quarterbacks that's with experience.
There's no way Clemson feel overlooked. They ranked number 4.
I understand that.
I don't even know how they even get ranked number 4. They hadn't really been talking about nothing the past few seasons.
They the ACC champs though. Remember that. They still the ACC champs.
Number 4, like, if you ask me, they getting too much love. So I wouldn't even say they feel overlooked. LSU, maybe.
But see, a lot of people saying that about Clemson. A lot of people saying Clemson shouldn't be this hot. They not that good. So that's why they feel that way.
They feel like they got to go out there and prove it against LSU.
Yeah.
LSU ain't got the best track record in season opening games.
I don't think Brian Kelly won one yet. I think he 0-3.
Yeah, they don't got the best track record. I want to say, I know Florida State beat them that year.
Yep.
I think UCLA beat him his first year there.
And Florida State beat him again, didn't it?
Did they beat him again?
I think so.
I know one game now, it was a good game, but Florida State pulled it out.
I want to say both of them were close games, and Florida State was able to pull them out. I think. Yeah. I could be wrong.
Like I say, I think UCLA beat them a couple years ago, first season. first game of the season. But I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be a good game. They got a lot of hype around LSU. They actually got LSU. Well, some of them got LSU picked as a favorite when they come to play Alabama, and they coming to us, and they think LSU gonna win. So they giving a lot of hype and praise to LSU. So we're gonna see when they play Clemson. It's gonna be a good one.
I think the winner of this game is gonna be in the driver's seat as far as making the playoff, and the loser of this game gonna be on the way back. They'll have to fight their way back into it. All right, next game for Saturday's slate is Marshall at number 5 Georgia.
Cupcake. Scrumptious.
Scrumptious.
I tell you what.
Bro, why you so disrespectful to Marshall?
Man,
bro?
y'all finna walk the dogs on them boys, man.
So,
but give me Marshall to cover.
Oh, okay. All right. Just want to make sure you had some sense.
Give me Marshall to cover.
You know what I mean? Like, remember that Kirby Smart is still the coach now.
Exactly. So,
man, Kirby not finna beat them folk by no 40+ points because
you
it's
gotta
not the
think
Kirby
about
way.
it. Y'all, the spread is only 39.5. All it would take is a 45-3 game, and y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all cover the spread.
I don't see
45-3 is
45-3.
very possible.
It's not.
It is.
It's Kirby Smart, bro. It's gonna be 45-10, 45-13.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't see him.
Hey, bro, I could be wrong.
Him scoring 13 for sure.
I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? He can come out.
But
they can come out this Saturday and decide. You know what? We gonna crush.
Just like I just said with Syracuse, Georgia can go in there and overlooking this team here, and I'm not saying lose, but the game be closer than it should be. The same way like we did a few years ago when we played against the Citadel, I want to say, and it was 10-10 at halftime.
But the reason I don't feel like that,
came out and put BTA, but
two different things though. Number one, the Citadel run a triple option, and y'all suck against that, and they gonna control the ball.
Too many defenses that don't look bad against the triple option.
Georgia. Why Georgia versus Georgia Tech? Anyway, that's number one. Number two though is it was the Citadel. It wasn't the first game of the season. Alabama was already up here. This Georgia team is so different from the last two Georgia teams that you got everything to prove. You ain't did nothing. You ain't won nothing. You ain't beat nobody. You ain't even started. A lot of these people, this their first game start. A lot of them that's gonna be playing this your first game in a Georgia uniform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's gonna be the other way. I feel like it's gonna be Kirby having to hold it back a little bit, like chill.
That's all.
That's what I'm worried about.
I don't know, man. I mean, either way, it's an easy win for y'all, but
I definitely feel like it's gonna be an easy win. It should be.
My only thing is whether or not y'all gonna cover. That's it.
My only real concern is they don't know what to expect from Marshall because everything changed from last year. Like, it's like 40 something players transferred out and like 50 transferred in.
Yeah.
New coaching staff, new everything.
That's the same thing with Florida State. They got new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, new offensive line coach, new defensive line coach.
You know what to expect from Gus Malzahn. And you got the same head coach.
When's the last time we played against a Gus Malzahn offense? That's
Central Florida? Oh, no, y'all play South Florida.
Yeah, we played South Florida.
The offense ain't changed. It's still Gus Malzahn. He been running the same.
Might not change, but
Gus Malzahn been running them same plays, and he was a high school coach in Arkansas.
I don't know.
The man out there running a high school offense, literally.
But y'all finna mop the floor down, so we ain't even got to elaborate on that too long.
Moving on, Sunday, back in the big body Benz, Virginia Tech versus number 13 South Carolina. You know, it's a big game for Shane Beamer because you know his daddy coached at Virginia Tech for all them years. He grew up in Virginia, Blacksburg.
Ain't that like a slick rival, those two?
No.
It's not?
They don't even play like that. The only connection is Shane Beamer.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll find out what Lenora Sellers is gonna be looking like this year.
The truth. That's what I think he's gonna be looking
You
like.
think so?
If he could ever figure out that the boy Nicholas Harbor is bigger and faster than everybody else on the field, I'm gonna just throw to him. Like, I got Megatron over here. Why am I throwing to anybody else?
Yeah.
He's always open. Even when he cover, he open. He's still 6'5", 6'6", 240, and faster than everybody else on the field. What we doing? That would be my game plan anyway. The only real question about South Carolina is what are their defense gonna look like? Like, you got I'm blanking on the dude's name. I want to say it's Edwards, the defensive end. You got him at Dylan Edwards. Is it Dylan Edwards or Dylan Stewart? Either way, he back on the end, but everybody else up front gone. So it's like, what is he gonna look like now that he he gonna be having the one-on-one. He was getting the one-on-ones. Now he gonna be getting all the attention. You know what I mean? The game plan gonna be on blocking him. He gonna need some running mates to come along with him and make a difference in that middle. And I ain't saying that they can't. They got talent, but it ain't been proven.
If I'm being honest, I think that's what's gonna be. I think that's what's gonna carry South Carolina this season. Is gonna be their defense.
Think so?
I think so.
I think it's gonna be Lenora Sellers now early.
You think so?
Yeah, because the defense is so new. And Lenora Sellers is so good. Like, he's probably the best quarterback in college football.
He is pretty good. He's pretty good.
Because he could do it all. He could throw it, accuracy, on time. He can make, make plays, extend plays. And then when he decide that he got to take it and run, that boy dangerous.
He is. But he also get a little sloppy with carrying that ball and cough it up. That's actually what put us in position to beat them last year, because truth be told, had he not fumbled when he fumbled, we probably would have lost that game.
I can agree with you on that.
Yeah, we probably would have lost that game. But see, he tried to take off with the ball and was running with it in one hand and didn't see the linebacker coming from the backside that hit him and knocked it out.
And he was still playing like his high school.
Yeah.
And see, to me, I feel like he got better with that as the season went on. Like, bro, this is not high school. You better tuck that guy and high and tight it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But neither here nor there. Also Sunday, the Catholics versus the Convicts. Number 6 Notre Dame at number 10 Miami. Carson Beck will be playing against Notre Dame.
Yeah. Now that game that's a hard one for me to call, because I don't know what neither one of those teams is gonna look like. Miami last year, they had Cam Ward, so they had good quarterback play. So I can't even say they'll have better quarterback play with Carson Beck and none of that, because they had good quarterback play already. So I do know one of their star receivers transferred. Isaiah Horton transferred from Miami to Alabama. So I don't know what they got at that position. And then as far as Notre Dame, I don't know what they gained or lost since losing in the playoffs.
I'm gonna lean Notre Dame because I know their defense is gonna play hard. They're gonna be sound. The offensive line gonna be sound because it's Notre Dame's where they is every year. And they have arguably the best running back in college football in Jeremiah Love.
See,
that boy
I hear a lot of
fast.
hype around Penn State 2 running backs.
You know what? If it was me, if I had to make a choice, I'd take the 2 from Penn State because they're a little bigger. They're more my type. But that boy Jeremiah Love, he more like a Jahmyr Gibbs. Like he
So like
one miss. Yeah, he one missed tackle away from the end zone. And I don't care if he on the 10 or the 20, he can go.
Okay then. Well, I really ain't even got no pick in that game. I don't. That game could go either way. Like you said, you think Notre Dame.
I know more about Notre Dame,
I mean, yeah,
so I'm gonna lean Notre Dame.
I probably lean Notre Dame too for the same fact, the defense, because I know their defense, like you said, their defense is gonna be sound. I probably lean Notre Dame too.
Like Miami, like you say, bro, I don't know who gonna be playing receiver because their receivers wasn't amazing last year, and then all them gone. So it's like, bruh, who Carson Beck gonna be throwing the ball to? Me and you?
At this point,
You know what I mean? But if they get us some, like I say, I don't know where they bring in the portal. You know, they might have somebody there that was already on the roster that have a breakout season that we don't know nothing about.
It could.
It could, you know, you just don't know. So if I had to pick today, I'm gonna take Notre Dame, but I'm gonna just watch it and enjoy it either way. You know what I mean? I wish Carson Beck the best. I ain't bitter like some of the Georgia fans. I don't feel no way.
Down there for his old lady, man. Then they broke up.
You feel me? Like, boy, hey man, the boy done had a rough year.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I mean? The boy had to have Tommy John surgery. You were gonna go to the draft, projected first round, then you done had a Tommy John. Now you gotta come back for that. You and your girlfriend got your car stole, then y'all broke up. Boy, it's been rough for you, my boy. It's been rough.
Yeah, it's been rough on him. But he got that bag, nonetheless.
He definitely got that bag. They said they paid that man like $6 million or something like that. I seen.
I think it was actually like 10
for 1 year.
For 1 year, with his endorsements and stuff all together.
That's still a lot of money.
That's
bro.
a lot of
For
money.
1 year, I would have came back too.
Yeah.
Why get drafted? I'm finna get double that just to be in Miami with my girl. I don't think he hurting for no attention right now.
Probably not.
You know. Last game of the weekend though is Monday. You have TCU on the road at North Carolina. Bill Belichick first game as a college coach. Speaking of girlfriends, think she gonna be on the sideline or she gonna be on the booth?
And probably the sideline.
Think she gonna have a headset? She calling plays on offense, defense. What she know?
She might call a couple offensive players.
Hey man, he been having her all in the business, don't it?
Heck yeah.
But
out of that game, man, I probably lean North Carolina. I feel like Bill Belichick probably have his guys bought in. They probably ain't no telling how they feeling right now. Like my head coach is Bill Belichick. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he probably had them boys bought in. I'm gonna lean North Carolina on that one.
I feel on that,
Plus,
bro.
it's TCU.
So I don't really know what to expect from neither team. You know what I mean? But just based on the fact that it's Bill Belichick and they home.
That's the only reason I'm taking them.
It's like, okay, I'm gonna give benefit of the doubt. I'm going with the home team. But if they get out there and they're looking like some scrubs in game one, boy, it's over with. Firebill.com.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, man. Anything left to say to the people, man, on this episode of Endzone Views?
No, the only thing I gotta say, man, we kind of slacked a little bit. I ain't even gonna say kind of. We slacked a lot last year, but this year we're gonna try to do better. Back at it. Might even catch a live game and be able to, at halftime or something. Give y'all a little update on what's going on at whatever game we happen to be at.
Definitely gonna try to catch one at Georgia Southern.
Georgia Southern, yeah.
Definitely. Holding down for the home team.
Other than that, man, I ain't got nothing to say but the usual, man. Roll Tide.
Man, go Dogs.
Y'all ready? Clap pad, snapbacks, Endzone Views, big hits, big dreams, can't lose. Chain gang marching them boys in the trenches, Gradure gladiators stacking up defenses. Hail Mary visions, cold cooking up schemes. Every Friday night we chasing them dreams. Stadium roaring, the crowd too loud. Cleats cut the turf, hands up in the clouds. Flags fly, rest whistle, tension thick. Game clock ticking, better move quick. Endzone View, where legends are made. Fingers to the sky, the anthem parade. Endzone View, sweat, blood, and bruises. Victory's the prize, ain't no room for excuses. QB in the pocket,
Cornerbacks lurking, but he don't care. Downfield missile spirals like a dart. Receiver snacks glory, that's pure heart. Tailgate smoke, ribs on the grill. Southern boys cooking up their winning wheel. Marching band horns, drums go boom.